hours a day, 7 days a week. Skellex Interactive Voice Response System. Access it now at 465-2000. Skellex, powering responses.
Painting a new room or project can transform your whole mood. So reset, renew, and refresh with Harris Paints. Shop now and get a chance to dip to win discounts or cash and prizes. Get up to 40% off or your share of $2,500 in gifts and cash with every $100 spent. Reset, renew, and refresh with Harris Paints.
Love it, uplift your spirit. Harris to change your world. Christmas with Harris.
It's the remix, yeah. The remix, yeah.
So fly.
Akon, P-Square, Mr. Maybe, Convict Music. First of all, you're the type of woman that stays on my mind. Walk down the street, every guy wanna jump on your behind. It's your seduction that makes sure that we stay in line. Sexual corruption, cause I'll kill anyone for your time. Yeah. Even though I make real dough, you're the reason there'll be more, yeah. Time, yeah. Even though I got much more, I don't mind if you chuck my money. Chuck my money. Chuck my money. Cause I don't care.
Welcome to Island Tea with your faves Kevin and Amali and with Azim on the ones and 96s. Keep it locked in with us for your daily dose of hot tea only on Win Media 98.9.
Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Island Tea with your faves, Kevin and Amali, featuring Azim on the ones and whatever numbers come after that, and Jade on the OBS and the mouse. It is today is the nation's favorite day.
Is it?
Do you know what day that is?
Apparently it's today.
Any idea of what the day might be?
Why don't you tell me, Sir Kevin?
It is Thursday.
Thursday. Oh.
And do we know what Thursday is?
Tell me.
The viewer's favorite. What grinds my gears?
That's today?
That's today. What grinds my gears?
I'm excited.
I'm not. And here's why. I need sugar. Oh my gosh, this is rough. But yes, it is a wonderful Thursday. And yesterday was Waffinger Wednesday.
Yes,
Today
indeed.
is now Thursday. And you know what we do on Thursday?
Get thoughty?
I guess. You throw me off. And today is actually Thursday, which means what grinds my gears. It's November 5th. And the month is already speeding by. The first commercial flight happens on Saturday.
Imagine that.
The first international commercial flight happens on Saturday, and that's American Airlines, right? I think it's American.
Yeah. And then it's all over.
And then Armageddon begins. But yes, it's Thursday, and let's talk what grinds my gears. I don't know how much I could participate in this conversation because I don't know if I have enough sugar in my body to give me enough energy to have gears to grind.
I have one.
Be my guest.
And I'm dedicating it to my friend, my best friend, because it's really what grinds her gears, which grinds everybody's gears, actually.
Tell me more.
The way people speak to you when you do business. Okay? Stop talking to people like they're your kids.
Agreed.
Talk to people with respect. If you want respect, you have to talk to people with respect.
That is a big
Not because
thing.
you're paying me means you could talk to me a certain way. Because I don't need your money that bad for you to not get cussed out.
You know, I think the thing is that we have this cultural thing that small businesses are not businesses, and we feel like we could just talk as they please because I have to beg you to do me a favor. That's the idea that people have in their head, so they feel like you can call to order 10 wings, and while you're ordering these wings, you must abuse, you must argue, you must yell. It's not, hello, good day, what's your menu today? Or, can I place an order for 10 wings? Is, hello, I want wings.
Oh, you're not saying iPhone?
I called 3 times. How am I going to pick up iPhone? Y'all don't do that when y'all call banks. Y'all don't do that when y'all call all sorts of other institutions. You don't do that when you call, when you lost your credit card or your debit card and you call the hotline number. You don't do that. So don't do it to the small businesses. Because if the small business have to hang up on you,
I'll cuss you out.
You're going to get upset.
Yes. Please speak to people like you want people to speak to you, because
and the worst part about this is that there's a lot of people that conduct business as small business owners that do it to other small businesses. And that's the most disappointing part about it. They will fuss and fret, oh, this person called me and they're out of order and this. Then they're going to pick up the phone, call a small business and be inappropriate, rude, and think it's fine.
Some people just don't have respect, eh?
That too.
Even for themselves. And it comes out in the way that they interact with other people.
And I don't really understand how people think that yelling and shouting and being rude gets them results. Like,
so ignored.
Like let's a little scenario happening here. So let's say I bake cakes and you call me to order a cake. And let's say you told me by accident you want a chocolate cake when you really wanted a vanilla cake. You then realized when you received the cake, it's not what you actually wanted to order. And I said, well, you did place an order for a chocolate cake. Instead of talking, you're going to abuse. How does that make me want to help you? How do I want to deliver customer service to somebody that's rude, not cooperative, and argumentative? So instead of me, it could have been like, I'm so sorry, I wanted to place an order for vanilla cake, and I must have clicked the wrong thing. It must have been an accident. Is there any way we can, get a vanilla cake instead? And, the small business owner might be like, let's talk some options. I could probably get you a cake. It might not be as big. Then you explore some options. But instead, this ain't what I wanted. Hard. In my mind, well, you ordered it, so take it. No, and that's the end of that. Interaction over.
You want it or you don't want it.
And not only that, you know what also is an extension of this? The small business owners who, for instance, would book you for a time. You reach there for that time, earlier than that time actually. And they just have you there waiting. No communication, no, sorry, I'm wrapping up with a client, nothing. You're just there sitting down. And when you get upset now, oh, well, you're going on so fast. But sir, it's called communication, and you have to respect my time the way I respect yours, because if I make you late for an appointment, or if I'm late for my appointment, that pushes back your other appointments. So my day don't count.
That's the thing too. I think what we need to do as both consumers and service providers is be communicative. If you're running late, send a message in advance saying, hey, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it at 8. I'm running a bit late. I should be there about 8:20, 8:10. I'll keep you updated.
Yeah.
versus having the person sit there waiting, not knowing what's going on, or having them to have them call you to find out what's going on, and vice versa. If you request a service at 8, you book a photo shoot appointment at 8, and you're running late, don't wait until 8:10, 8:20, 8:30 to say, I'm running late.
Like that.
Send a message in advance. Hey, I'm running a bit late. You know, I'll probably be there in the next 10 minutes. I'll keep you updated.
There's probably just a real disregard for people's time.
There really is. And then the thing is as well, if that photographer, as the example, if that photographer feels nice enough or has the time to facilitate you, they could say, no worries, we'll extend, we could just extend a bit because you had some manners. But if you don't have the manners, you don't communicate. You don't know if the person has an appointment coming up after, and then you're already expecting an extended shoot because you late without communicating. Like, come on. Y'all just grind my gears.
Yeah, man. I think there's a lack of understanding of how to come.
Was you watching ads?
I'm trying to download that ad.
But there is a very, 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 very big disregard for people's time in this culture that we have. And it's as if disrespecting people's time is cool. It's trendy and cool, and it's the thing to do. And I don't get it.
You know what grinds my gears with this behavior? When people try to justify the behavior with statements like, I'm just being real.
Yeah, no. You could be real, but you could not be rude too.
You're just being a... Oh, wait. We still don't know if we have a broadcast commission, so I can't say it.
This is why you don't... This is why we got like 17 liars waiting to call us to sue us, eh?
No, we police ourselves.
We have a call?
No.
Okay. But good morning, everyone, again. Thank you, Delrose. Delinapi. Hi, Delinapi. Good morning to you, too. Thank you for your greetings. But, you know, it's very annoying, and I don't think the nation really processes the way that they just upset people and make people want. And then in turn, let's be honest, this is how you act requesting a service. What makes me want to take more orders from you or provide more services to you in the future, knowing how disrespectful, inconsiderate, and just straight up out of order you are? They're very rude. Why do I want to why do I want to book a photo shoot with you again, knowing that you just show up late the last 3 times we had a shoot? Then when you show up late, you argue. Then when you show up late, you have to sit down and get your makeup done for another 45 minutes because you didn't do it ahead of time. Then what makes me want to conduct business with you, knowing that you expected me to give you a free additional hour because you was late an hour, you know, digging into my time. Like,
You said the word free just now, right? And it reminded me of something else that grinds me gears. Why do people expect you to use your good talents for them for free because they're your friends or family or acquaintances? How do I eat with free?
you take it to your nearest grocery store.
Oh.
And you redeem your free coupon.
My
7
free voucher?
7 frees equals 1 cent.
Oh.
Oh, 7 frees.
7 frees is equivalent to 1 cent.
But Kevin, you touched on people who are inconsiderate as it relates to time and so. But our culture encourages it, you know.
Does big time.
Because
late is right.
Because when you get to an appointment late, you still get your appointment.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in Canada, you make a doctor appointment and it's at 4 o'clock and you come 4:10. Give me 4:10. You go back home. You missed your appointment. I'm sorry.
But even
Reschedule. You want to reschedule?
You want to reschedule? I can't just no.
And here's how it works too with these appointments, using the doctor as the example. If you are 10 minutes late, you've missed your appointment. If you are, I think it's 20 or 25 or 30 between there, if you are that much late, if you're late that much, you are not just late, your appointment is then cancelled and you are charged for the wasted time.
Overjoe?
Yeah. Doctors will charge you because they could have put a client there and you wasted that time, so they charge you for the full appointment and you sent the bill. So
oh wow, it's beautiful.
You know, because you wasted time. And especially with no communications, that's the thing. If you're late without communication, they will cancel your appointment and bill you for wasting their time.
And not just. But doctors are horrible here. You come on time for appointment and still within 2 hours. But that is because. But that is because people before you came late. And so
now everybody late.
The doctor goes over the time. That will happen nowhere else,
Not only, no. Hold on. What I have experienced is being in a doctor's office and speaking to the other persons waiting to go in, and say, "What time? What time is your appointment? 3 o'clock. What time is your appointment? 3 o'clock. What time is your appointment? 3 o'clock.
Everybody
guess
got
what? My appointment is 3 o'clock too.
So everybody got 3 o'clock appointment.
Everybody got 3 o'clock appointment.
And
the person in there now had a 3 o'clock appointment.
That's outrageous. I remember when I used to schedule meetings with the president of my school, right? This is how stiff them man we used to work with time. Your appointment is 8:30 in the morning. You better be there by 8:25. Better. Be seen in the office at 8:25. And then if they would tell you in advance you have 30 minutes with the president.
Yeah.
And that 5 to 9, no matter where you are in the conversation, the man can just interrupt and say, "Well, Anali, it was lovely seeing you today. We can continue this another time, but time is upon us. I have another appointment."
And then not just that too, but then these people that have crazy calendars, they also book gaps in between. So they have an 8 o'clock appointment, so 8:30 from 8 to 8:30. They will block off the next 30 minutes to allow them to get from where they're going, or if they have spillover, they have that space.
You see what you're saying? You see what you're saying there, Kevin? Time management. Like people don't take into. I think because we live in St. Kitts too, and everything is considered just there.
Well, slowly.
People don't consider things like the time it takes to commute when they're planning things. So. And not only that, because it's this general acceptance of reach when you reach.
Nonsense.
Yeah, so it's part of just how we operate. So you have a meeting from 4 to 5. They get to the 4 o'clock meeting at 4:10 and finish at 5:30 for your 5:30 meeting. That is all forget there, and you're up near my building.
But yeah, but our officials perpetuate this culture as well, too.
Outrageous.
But to me, it's almost like you're cool.
Because you would have events and so, and you find officials and politicians and so working in like half an hour.
Yeah,
late.
they will show up fashionably late.
It's almost like it's part of
that. That don't happen.
Yeah.
I never seen it happen nowhere else,
Nope.
But when we used to go events in Halifax and so, and you invite the mayor and the city council and thing, and you say the event starting at 7. Then they see them by themselves at 7 with their wife. Amali, like what's happening?
And not just that too.
Like the event starting on time.
You know what that remind me of, Amali? That thing we had to do, that thing we had to do earlier this year.
Call name.
With the people and for the government. Who had us there early, all day. And
yeah, boy.
Me know what you're talking about, but me not get out of the country.
We done set up with one.
It's okay, you call them because none of them listen. It's okay.
It's sure.
Talking about the campaign.
The campaign, like we would be there early. Me, Azim, and Mali, if you have to do something. Waiting on people having to.
I would say the show starting at 7. All afternoon and so, but we gotta wait for the PM to come out.
Yeah, and we just there sitting down. Well, not sitting down. We're there trying to fill the gaps with all kind of things. We got to pull out thin ear to fill up time because we're waiting on people who support. Who is the people who set the times one?
Yeah.
And who is we cannot.
And we ask.
We could pass. We could bypass.
And we ask with the PM, man say, "Was tired?" And say, "No, I'm gonna take a rest. I eat something."
Here's another one. Here's somebody is saying, what about when court starts late because the magistrate ain't reached yet?
Yeah.
Or the lawyer's not there yet. So it's like, why do we have this culture of being late? And it boils down to everything. And you know what I've started doing?
No consequences.
What I have to do as well, even down to like personal life, you go to pick up a friend, you say I'm gonna be there at 8. You pull up at 8. Person texts back, in the shower. And then you're outside for another 15, 20, 30 minutes.
You don't wait?
What happens now is if I tell you if I'm outside, I will wait 5 minutes. I will wait 5 minutes. No, I will wait 5 minutes for you. max. After that 5 minutes gone, I am driving off.
But let's watch an episode of Island Tea, man.
I used to suffer from the same thing. Like when I would be late sometimes, but then I realized I've started feeling like I was being inconsiderate. So wherever I reach in my getting ready process.
Jay, creamy should like you can so.
Yeah, because I am not about to keep you back. I am going to with one eyebrow.
And the thing is, right? It's not just people being late, you know. It's people being late
with no
and not communicating it.
That's what we said.
If I tell you I come in 7 o'clock and I on my way, but you call me and say bye. Going into a serious issue, and so I'm going to get an extra 10 minutes. Me, I have no problem with that at all.
None at all, because at least I know.
What going on? Like,
yeah, you have a plan, yeah.
That's the thing. Like, you know,
you must know you were going to be late.
You know, I'm coming for you 8 o'clock, right? You know, I'm coming for you 8 o'clock. So, 7:55, you just jumping in the bath. You know you're not going to be ready at 8. Send me a message. Hey, boy, I'm running late. I main thing I'm going to be ready for 8. Okay, because you know what my response is going to be? Text me when you're ready. I'll tell you, okay, I'm going to come in the next 10 minutes.
I'll make a next round in the meantime.
Right, so then at least I know what to do with my time.
Right. This happened to me. Just let me know when you're ready.
This happened. They still don't be ready as him.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
This happened to me.
This morning.
Day before yesterday, you know. No, it was yesterday actually. No, day before yesterday. No, it was yesterday. Day before yesterday.
It's the whole Caribbean to be
I'm doing day before yesterday.
It happens to him every day.
This gentleman tell me, Anali, let's meet at 11 o'clock. So no problem. 11 o'clock I waiting. I realize I may head in front of the body and so then he messaged me and said, can you make it 11:30 instead? At 11, eh? Many answer I just bust off and I went go and so at 11:40 he messages me, Anali, where are you? I said, I'm morning Evans. The man said, how? I tell you 11:30, like you're sitting waiting like
excuse me?
See, that goes back to the point where
I said I made plans for 11 and I switch gears when you push back. Mm-hmm. That's not my concern. So you either wait or you postpone. Just so I tell him.
Yeah.
He said, okay, well let's postpone then. So yesterday now was the postponement. The man told me let us meet at 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
I went to his office and sat down, and he arrived at like 11:10.
You have patience, because I would have left.
Maybe. It's only because I didn't want to have to come back downtown again. So I actually stayed for my sake, not his. Mm-hmm. And what we're going to discuss, I want to get over it. Like, me, I wanted to be back and forth for several days over that particular matter. And then when he came, he said, oh, give me an extra 10 minutes here, please, because I have to deal with somebody who just came to me. And everybody just like, yo. That's people's got jail him. Mm-hmm. Because I wanted to get up and kick him in his chest.
His whole chest?
His entire chest with my 2 feet.
It's a disregard for me.
But the day before, he postponed on me. I could make the postpone and he'd using me.
Yeah.
There's a complete disregard for time. Let me read some of the comments. Someone sent somebody said late and lie. And then, but that's the thing, is this expected lateness, and lateness is okay. And the thing is as well, lateness suffers no consequence. That's the big issue. And it's down to even personal life. You'll run in late because you're going vibes tonight. Your friend said they're going to pick you up at 9 o'clock. You're running late and you got your friend outside till 9:30 because you're getting ready. And you ain't send a message, you ain't send no update, nothing. Your friend outside waiting for you.
I mean, at least invite them in and say, you know what?
Do not invite me in. Come outside.
And say what happening. I'll call you. Bye. I tell him, I think it was a pulse, you know. And this girl tell me she want a job.
You tell us. And you left for.
Many respond to the message. I say I come in free at let's say 7. I say I come in free at 7. She said, okay, no problem. At 5 to 7 I left my house because she live in St. Peter's. I messaged her, I said I just left home. She said, May, ready yet? I just went straight figure it. I don't may respond. I said, she ain't reach over there.
Let me read the comment. Someone saying, I agree that our culture can seem very rough and crude at times. The problem stems from home, how children are raised. I hear parents all the time speaking roughly and obscenely to their children, asking them to do things with never a please or thank you. So many of our young people do not really know how to speak politely to others. This is obvious in schools. We need more parenting education, and this is so true. As parents, you still have to have respect for your children because your children will mirror your disrespect. If you get up and yell at them, go for makeup.
They don't yell at people.
Go for makeup. They did not hear you say please. So how you expect them to repeat the please when asking for when requesting things?
Yep.
The truth is that
Pass the remote.
a lot of times people like they
Pass
get
the
out
remote.
they get out of this the home situation and don't generally know how to act in other situations. Yeah.
At
Like,
all.
remember when we were talking last week about the fact that so many people have not had a 3-course meal,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or like have
Radio.
like, yes, Amali, they didn't take us on. But
But
this,
last week?
but this week is Asian. Am I missing it?
No, next week is Asian.
What this week?
I can't remember what this week is.
This weekend Asian thing?
Mm-mm.
This week
French.
is French.
French.
French was last week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. French is
So this week
This
is
week is
Asian.
Asian.
It's the 14th. I can't remember what this week is.
Anyway, but this like
again Italian.
Italian is this week,
yeah.
yes. And then Asian next week.
okay. But my thing is like a lot of people just don't have the awareness or the training, right? To how to act in a lot of situations. Like it's incredible that somebody who you would see, you know, moving around in different circles and all these kind of things, and get to a restaurant and asking you which fork to use. Like, but you can't blame them. Like, they just have never been exposed. They never been exposed to that type of thing. So
It's and it's just stressful. We have a call. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
How is everybody doing?
Good.
Upset.
our gears are grinded.
Okay. Let me see if I could add a little contribution. Now, in terms of the lateness, I know that persons, you know, the way they are raised and so on. Okay? Yeah, I know that. But I always look at it this way. When people reach an age of accountability, especially when they reach into their 20s going up there, I do believe that for some it's willfulness because they know right from wrong. And if they can do a lot of things and get away with it, they will continue to do it. I will agree that sometimes some persons, when they set off, there are some unexpected circumstances, meaning they never saw it coming, and, this caused them to be set back. But I also agree that in a case like that, if the people are really genuine, they will call and they will say, they will explain themselves. Now, this leads me to the final point. I don't know what you have to say about this. Don't you think that in many instances, especially here, whether in this country or it could be in the Caribbean, don't you think that many of the people who we expect to lead by example, when they turn up half an hour, maybe an hour late, don't you think it's a mindset or a mentality that they have? And this is one where they see it as possessing this kind of, self-importance or importance, where they think that people have to wait on them because, I'm the top fish, or I am the top dog, or I am the top god. So people have to wait on me. Whether I reach there on time or not, they have to wait because I am. You understand? I am, and they want me there because I have to give this speech, or I have to have this conference, or I have to, whatever it is. Don't just think it's a mindset, because when you have to take these people, or whenever they leave, whether this country or this Caribbean islands, and go overseas, and they have to go to whatever on time, they, let's say at 5 o'clock or whatever, they are there on time. So if this lateness was something that was built in, they would be late in another country, but they are not. So this tells me that it has something to do with the mentality and maybe one of importance. So you have to wait for me. And because of that, and we here, the way we are so tribalism when it comes to certain things, certain people accept that behavior. Some may not like it, but if there's a switch, the same thing happens. So in a way, we encourage that sort of thing because we look up to situations like this that, they're gods. You're not supposed to say anything to certain people and so on. I don't know what you all think. I may be wrong. I may be right too. I'll continue to listen.
All right.
But not me, boy. If I'm having an event where dignitaries are invited, we're starting on time. And if you want to walk in when you're almost finished and embarrass yourself, then that is up to you.
Listen, one thing, Cleo does make me laugh, Cleo does make me laugh. But yes, I agree.
I think that there is a level of recognition for position without responsibility. I don't know if sometimes it's arrogance. Sometimes,
but as in there's also disregard with people with authority for people who don't have authority,
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Because if let us call somebody name who no ain't gonna sue me.
These are the views expressed by
Amali
alone.
Come on.
And not me, don't put me in that.
Let us say the esteemed Clyde Backers of Win FM.
Okay. We don't know. Let's trash talk that.
Makes an appointment to see, the Deputy Prime Minister and rituals. Because hang on to me, right? Because of who Clive is, Clive won't be kept waiting. But if me how you make an appointment to see the same deputy PM and so whatever he doing inside there, he gonna finish before he even come out to say come inside now.
Sometimes they know.
Because we are out of no consequence to anything that's happening in their realm.
Not only that, let's see them allowing you to share their time as doing you a favor.
Yeah. But when Bacchus go up there now, Bacchus doing them a favor, so they're gonna roll out the red carpet and say, "No, Bacchus, come in, you want some tea and too?" When I go up there, don't get the nuts.
It's everything.
Yeah, bye.
It's like
some water.
not even that. Drinking spit.
You're lucky if you get you.
But it's everything. It's with everything. We
You
are
don't have to
late
sit
to
down, you'll be out in
everything.
here.
We are late to everything, and we expect no consequences. About leaving Reggae Beach to head to Nevis, we reach late and expect the boat to be there waiting for us.
And then views when they want to turn back.
And then views when they're gone.
I could see how you still. Just turn back.
And that's the thing. We why this late thing? There's consequences, and I would honestly, as problematic as this statement might be, I would love if the nation starts delivering consequences for lateness.
That's not problematic. That's true.
If you are late for an appointment, it is cancelled. If it is a build appointment and you are late without notice after a certain amount of time, you are charged.
Right.
I just about to say these nail techs and here techs have it done correctly,
Yeah, they charge you when you miss the appointment done, so you got to pay.
When you're late, they charge you. When you miss, they charge you.
Because you wasted the
And
time.
guess what?
As a point,
And
is
guess
the
what?
time they
And
could have
guess what?
booked.
People falling in line.
Yes, because they know not to be late to the appointment.
Bye.
But the thing is, you could have booked somebody who would have been there. You can't.
That is the point.
So then now I'm
So
charging
you're
you.
making people lose money.
I'm charging you for the money you would have lost me.
But before we pass, right? We instill this time thing in me from long time, father. Yo.
Yeah, daddy, me
Yo, I want to small. Like I talk about primary school, If my father said we leave in the house at 8:20 to go to school, and 8:20 he turn the me in the car, he gonna walk, I got to walk. He gonna talk from Wheellands. No explanation. He ain't coming back outside. Like a man, like, what you ain't ready? Like what happened outside? Nothing. High school and so. I used to call him and said, "Daddy, you get me from school, please." He said, "Okay, be by the gate. I'll be there in 10 minutes." In 10 minutes, that man is driving past Bassdale School. He ain't slid on the sea for deal. If me on the sidewalk.
So you got to run, you got to jump in and run, you got to open the door and jump in because
if you see me running, he gonna stop. But if he pass the gate and made deal,
Consider it.
If made he
Time
gone,
it and consider it.
And then I would call him and say, "Yo, like what happened?" He said, "Oh, 10 minutes you went out there." I said, "Yeah, about doing this." He said, "But you didn't say that. You just ain't show up."
You know what daddy used to do me too?
So walk home.
Daddy used to tell me, if daddy say he coming to get you from home, he would tell you, he would give you the time, And this one thing I learned, when somebody said time is time, he would say I would be there in 3 minutes.
3 minutes you mean?
Not he gonna say 5, he gonna say 10, he gonna give you the exact time it takes him to get from wherever he is to you, and he'll tell you I'll be there in 3 minutes. And if you're not outside in 3 minutes,
well, mine is
Hey, can't ask you how.
Nope,
my
salt.
father has no concept of time. My father can tell me come
Must
in
be
10
nice.
minutes. And
I come in an hour?
a half an hour, 2 hours. But
Let me-
I don't think
Hard
we're
Winston.
coming out.
Let me read another comment before we take a break. I can't see
Oh, so that's where you get it
this
from?
is on small. Hold on. So the person is saying, I have left my office 5 minutes after an appointment time. If the person does not show up and they say they are late, I would go to the bathroom or something or elsewhere in the building. That way you can No. That way, when you do arrive late, I am technically not in office. Then the person is also saying circus, but Sebastian was one of 2 officials who was always early for his events. To the point where many times he waited in his vehicle before events to begin. And that's so true.
Yeah,
that man was always on time, and he would sit in his vehicle for half an hour early, if that means it makes him early.
I attest to that, you know. With the Mason in school, right? That man had his staff under so much manners, right? This man used to get up in the morning and have his breakfast and thing. And one time I India seeing them, and he just get up and say, "You're going to work now, put on your jacket and walk outside." So I asked security, he driving? He said, "No, they can't outside." I said, "But you have a hand check?" He said, "Well, they better be out there when you walk out the door."
Yes, sir.
And every morning at 8:20, that limousine is outside that man's house because he walking on 8:25 to jump in the car, and if they can't,
I jump in
Hell to pay.
Hell to pay.
But yes, we'll take a break as we cool down because our gears have been grounded, and we will be right back.
Use your National Bank Visa debit card 5 times or more weekly for a chance to win a $500 shopping spree. Compliments of National Bank. So think twice the next time you want to use cash. Choose your National Bank Visa debit card instead, because you might be the next lucky winner. Use your National Bank Visa debit card every transaction for a chance to be the next lucky winner. Cashless SKN is our new lifestyle choice. National Bank, always here.
I've got a bike, you can ride it if you like. It's got a basket, a bell that rings and things to make it look good. I'd give it to you if I could, but I borrowed it. You're the kind of girl that fits in with my world. I'll give you anything, everything, if you want thing. I've got a cloak, it's a bit of a joke. There's a tear up the front, it's red and black, I've had it for months. If you think it could look good, then I guess it should. You're the kind of girl that fits in with my world. I'll give you anything, everything, if you want thing. I know a mouse and he hasn't got a house. I don't know why I call him Gerald. He's getting rather old, but he's a good mouse. You're the kind of girl that fits in with my world. I'll give you anything, everything, if you
And welcome back to Island Tea with your faves, Kevon.
Are we on?
Welcome back to Island Tea with your faves, Kevon and Damali. And we're going to jump into some, I don't know, because I'm not the master of ceremony.
We're jumping into some tea time.
He. Mr. Master.
On today's
Carry on, sir.
On today's episode of Tea Time, we're going to talk about current labor laws that are to be re-evaluated. I can't do this nonsense, eh?
Christopher Nevis?
Can't do it.
We're not going to amend no traffic laws.
This is not Parliament. I can't do it. So, with thousands of people out of work, this is regarding St. Nevis, by the way. With thousands of people out of work and seeking urgent financial support due to the impact of the coronavirus pandemic, officials are having a closer look at existing labor laws. Employment issues were the subject of discussion on Justice in the New Normal, Crisis Means Opportunity, a panel discussion organized by the St. Kitts and Nevis Bar Association. First of all, I liked that thing, the bars thing. We talked about it yesterday. But yes, here is the words of the Labour Commissioner, Ms. Shermal James, on the shortcomings of the existing labour code in protecting employees who were made redundant because of a stoppage of work due to government sanction. Because it happened under a stoppage of work flow of law, these workers should not be penalized and we are advising employers that we can rehire these people. But when do they rehire them? It should just be under a new contract of employment. Our law did not speak to this. This is something new that is evolving because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and so the Labor Department, through the Minister of Labor, will go through the National Committee and bring before them the issue, so that when this is in the new year, we will begin to roll out to the new. This quote is not finished, but yeah. Draft labor code that this is the particular aspect should be included under it, so that these workers will be protected and ensure the continuity of employment as well as the operations of these businesses. Listen, this COVID.
As soon as they said labor laws, right? It reminded me something.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm going to say? Where is my money? Where is my money?
What's happening? Wait.
Who's speaking though?
Who Ojed? Kevin, is you?
No.
Amalia Ojed?
No.
Oh.
Jade, me actually.
Oh, okay.
Two party.
Anyway,
I get the ribs.
No. I ain't getting party them back neither.
But you know what, he ain't get the ribs.
Because you refuse to make them in the morning, Jade?
Yes.
But Jade, the show is in the morning.
I don't care.
It's only natural.
Okay. So, when you are laid off, right?
You're talking about redundancy?
Yes.
So the government owe your money?
Yes.
Well, you ain't going to them in front of me.
Since May. Okay, close your eye then, now. Because I find, like, I understand it's a lot to process and there's a lot of people that you have to go through, but I find it ridiculous that since May, I'm just speaking about me, because I know there's people that is owed money before May, and there's nothing, there's no communication, there's no, well, this is the timeline, nothing. They just leave you. And when you call, they don't give you any information, but they call you way after to tell you that these are the documents that they need you to bring, even though you've already submitted documents, and they don't tell you that these documents are needed at the time. It is ridiculous, and they need to fix it. I'm done.
Well, we all know that
on this
governments
episode
across the board are very ineffective and inefficient machines. Across the board, like all over.
Yeah.
So I can't even say it's team unity for, because Labour the same problem too, with their lack of efficiency. But I've never really lived in any other Caribbean territory, so I can't speak to that.
No, I mean, it's systematic. It's systematic, especially in the Caribbean, where a lot of governments have a problem. Governments have a problem balancing, and I've said it here before, and I'll say it again, governments have a problem balancing competence and loyalty. And so there's a lot of people in position that may be there for reasons other than, being the best candidate for the position. And then it clogs up the entire system.
It is well clogged.
It is well clogged. Well.
I'm dying. Drano Max?
Max, you're right.
But from another perspective, I think the thing that is so interesting about this is the fact that we don't even recognize how many things needed to get addressed. COVID-19 forcing us to address a lot of things. Yeah.
Everything, all the things we pretend.
Time,
I think
COVID. Things that people have been balling about these things for years and years and years and years and years. Yeah.
The biggest thing,
because the balling has tripled. Yeah, due to COVID-19. Like now, okay, you're forced to have to take some action now. So, man.
I don't know. I think one of the biggest things COVID has tackled is the fact that things need to be electronic.
Yeah.
We need to have electronic databases. I don't understand why we still have buildings with rooms stacked to the ceiling of papers that have not been touched.
Filing cabinets.
Since 1976.
Filing cabinets in
filing cabinets
in buildings that aren't up to any sort of fire code and not in fireproof cabinets.
Oh my gosh.
Like the cabinets are not fireproof. The cabinets are not fireproof, and it's a room, an entire room, and sometimes buildings stacked full of paper.
Papers in manila folders. with macro ratings on them, like in 2020 when we have computers.
Database.
But Jay, just offer to digitize the files for them.
I can.
That's a big work, you know. Yeah, lots of money for that, you know.
Yeah, what I mean.
However, if I can't get the little money that they owe me, I don't know how they're gonna pay me the big money to do that.
Touche.
Okay.
Yeah. Good point, caller.
Thank you.
But it's why we're not digitizing things. Hire a small team. It can be students from CFBC, a little after school work. They come work for 2 hours, 3 hours. Let them sit down and stack and do a database.
Sounds like internet.
No, it doesn't. See,
I mean,
the problem with that is, you want me to tell you what the problem is?
Certain places, I mean.
Yeah, it gotta be certain places. The problem is because of the sensitivity of the information.
Right, certain places.
You have to limit the eyes that could see the information.
Okay, that's true.
Right? Generally what happens...
has been done
by staff.
Like a department in a law firm or something.
Yeah, that's generally how stuff like that is handled.
But like CFBC students could do a little thing. Like the students could do their own CFBC stuff. Like, you know?
Like when you go health center and say, I got to work with a card.
Glad you said health center.
Why are these things not
like,
digital? What? Why is there not digital stuff?
So if you can't get wet in the rain by accident,
you ain't gonna history. You ain't gonna history.
But you know what's worse? There's still literally handwriting birth certificates.
Yeah.
Handwriting, you know.
And then 2 years later, your mother decided, I want to take him by his cousin in St. Martin. And nobody could differentiate if that's a O, E, R, W.
Not just that.
You never think you will?
We out. Where's my birth certificate, man? I don't even know.
Yeah, you should be able to. I should be able to be in Timbuktu and email the office at the the funny thing is it's really just at the Bass Health Center. And then and be able to give my proof of address, proof of all these things. Same thing I would need to open, say, like a bank account or whatever, and get my information.
Sent to you by email?
Yeah.
I don't understand when we're going to get away from this old-time way of doing things. Like, it's literally 2020. The world is going to leave us behind because we're still doing things like this.
And then many establishments in the country have these archaic rules as well that govern the institution. Big up JNF one time.
Boom.
Like, why are these?
I was at JNF the other day. I was walking. The clergy pants too short. They're supposed to be below honey. That's what they say. Be high school.
This is so stupid. What does?
Say back the woman now. Her pants were wet above. She had on a pum sauce, you know. Her pants are above honey. Right here. They say it's too short, darling.
Where this was this son?
At Joseph and Franz Hospital.
And she was a what? What she was? She was what? She was a
grown woman.
No, what I'm saying is a patient, like a
visitor.
A visitor.
A visitor?
Yes, sir. They say
but they still do that. Even women, if they come in spaghetti straps or something,
they tell me she can't come in.
They tell them not to cover.
She shoulder was exposed.
Because what?
My father up the hospital dying.
No.
Above my knee.
Go home and change.
Oh really?
But wait, no.
Because guess what? You are going to tantalize the medicine cabinet if you come in there with your shoulders showing.
The syringes them will start to get excited.
But no. Just to show that these rules are grounded, are based
colonial
in very archaic, sexist traditions. I was wearing this pants.
That stopped the same place.
Above my knee. I was allowed to walk into the hospital, no problem. Yeah, come in, sir. Just make sure you sanitize your hands. But when I walk in behind me, she pants longer than mine. Your pants too short.
Yeah, Marley, what happened? Sorry to tell you, but your knees just aren't that tantalizing.
No, I think they are. So that's why they encouraged me to come in my pum pum shorts.
So the lady wasn't.
Huh? She had ugly knees, yeah.
Okay.
Cover them here. But it's outrageous. Imagine the middle of an emergency. Yes, you're not dressed appropriately for inside here. And they understand that, and they understand because people are calling and say, "Oh, they have to have standards." And yes, they do. I understand that.
No, but the thing about
they come in here in a fang.
The thing about it, right, Amali, as you walk down the ward, don't let the person in room 3 get up off the bed here, because they have nothing underneath that little cloth what they put them in here. That's the thing that's interesting about this here.
It's so stupid. What does someone's clothing have to do with them visiting a sick patient? They're not coming in there in a bra and a panty. They're not coming in there in underwear and boxers. They are coming in clothes, the same clothes that they can walk around town with Why are you expected to come in a hospital basically in a sheet?
The woman had to go back outside and pull down she parents' leg and she hip as opposed to she waist, so it passes on there and come back inside.
And then that makes more sense to the people inside, right? So then now her lower back,
I see it myself.
upper bum is now exposed.
But I mean,
versus her knees.
Part of it, like Amali said, yes, there must be standards and whatever. But
right.
Come on, use some discretion, man.
But the standards, the
discretion.
standards need to speak to what is appropriate and inappropriate across the board.
But no, part of it, Amali, I'm being honest with you. Had that person asked, okay, is this a policy? Can I see the policy?
On the wall, paper.
Can't find
See
it.
there on the wall.
A piece of paper.
A printed paper.
That's there from since 19 all long, so you got a little tingy brown spot them on it.
From the water, because it, the ceiling does drip.
Probably mold, a lot of mold up there.
No, man, I got some nice privacy signs outside now.
Oh,
And
they
the
replace
entrance,
them?
Oh, nice.
You can't wear flip-flops, you can't wear spaghetti straps, you can't wear vests, you can't wear...
You can't wear flip-flops?
No, you can't wear...
What do you mean you can't wear flip-flops?
Yeah, you can't wear flip-flops?
You can't wear... Women can't wear pants that are above
What do you
their
mean you
knee.
can't wear flip-flops?
I don't understand.
You can't wear flip-flops, your toes can't be exposed.
Well, I went in there many times with my toes exposed, so...
I know,
what's-
like
They're a little lenient on some of
they're
these
lenient on
things.
certain things. And
I maybe
I went to
depends
flip-flops
depends
too.
on who you interact with as well, I'm certain.
Probably.
But yeah, the rules are out there where you see where you drive under it and they got the rules on the
on
right.
in, yeah.
Oh, that's
Is it on the
okay.
booth?
They got two big signs. You can't miss them. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
on the
yeah,
booth.
yeah. I know
On
the
the
signs
booth.
that just happening with them.
Yeah. You can't.
They need to be revised, because
Basically,
honestly, that
you
makes no
need to
sense.
just like you're going to work at TDC at the ATM to go to JNF.
Not only JNF, to go to do your written driver's test as well.
For sure?
Yes, I went on Saturday and I had to dress like I'm in the army. You can't wear the same wool that you the same things you can't wear at JNF. You can't wear open toe shoes, you can't wear cut up jeans, you have to wear shirts with sleeves, all
These, I don't think,
you know.
these things, and the frustrating part about this thing is these rules are so sexist.
Yeah.
Sexist. That's what I was just
They
saying.
are so sexist, because a man will walk into a place with a sleeveless shirt, but then a woman who is probably more covered, because the sleeveless shirt for men, you could see all your back how open and big it is, but the woman who has a properly fitting spaghetti strap, camisole, that's what you call it, right? Camisole, gets told to go back out the door.
Well, you know the funny thing about this? I know people who have literally driven to do their driver's test. Like they drive,
They drive their own car.
they drive, do the written test, fail, and then drive back home.
So you're saying that wearing a spaghetti strap doesn't hinder your ability to maneuver a vehicle?
No.
That's what you're saying, Azim?
Because
That's
guess what?
what
When
I'm
you
saying,
drive, when
actually.
you get in you, when you get in your, what's it called? When you done get your driver's license, they're gonna stop you for driving spaghetti
I could
straps.
drive naked.
Anyway, we have a call. Caller, good morning. Yes, good morning. Hello.
Hello again.
Yes.
Yes, let me interject for a while. Now, you talk about those archaic rules and so on, and you might say that they're sort of sexist. I don't know. Maybe something else needs to add on to that. Because some people will look at these rules as being discriminatory. Some will say that there's a lot of hypocrisy. Some will say, that the rules only apply to certain people. Because many persons, including me, I have taken my 2 eyes and have seen persons where the law should apply across the board and nothing is said to them because they look different or they are not from here. So that's, they will tell you, okay, if you're going to see whomsoever, they expect you to dress in your jacket and tie and your hard shoes and whatever. And somebody else will come from somewhere about and go on in sandals and short pants.
Oh,
and a hat on
I
their
see,
head.
I see that all the time.
A sun top hat on their head.
Yeah,
And nobody
a tank
tells
top.
them to go back and dress appropriately. They accommodate them, but when you and I, they run us.
Yes.
And finally, in terms of the standards at the hospital, I don't know what you all think, but once ago, I think this was in Sebastian time, I don't know if it is beyond that. They had like the nurses and all of them and so on. Nurses couldn't leave their house in their nursing clothes, whatever that is called, to go to work.
Uniform.
Right? And they couldn't leave the hospital in their nursing clothes and go home. Well, they had what they call the nursing house and so on, and only when persons were on vacation they could have gone home. But they had the nurses' house, I think, just above where the Clarence Fitzroy College is, opposite, and the other thing. When they're off, they go there, and that's where they stay. They had a home for them, and they could only go home when they were off on vacation. Now, the thing about it is, most of these nurses, they have to travel on public bus. And you're talking about germs and all of these things. See, anything can happen traveling on a public bus, and then you're going into the hospital where sick people are. When they finish working at the end of the day, they have on that same thing. They're coming out, you don't know whatever germs, and they're going onto the public bus among people. So I think that they need to go back to what they had. So let them change before they jump on a bus to go home. If they have their own private car or vehicle, that is different. But still, if they're going to say, well, you wear your own clothes, come to work, and then you have somewhere where you can change, fine. I don't know what you all think about that. But I think this is a standard that they need to bring back. I'll continue to listen.
Okay.
Somebody just said a very well. I don't want to call her name, but Auntie, you're correct.
You
She
just
said,
did.
If they pay as much attention to the services at JNF as they pay to what people wear, it would be better. Amen.
Bye.
I'm bad to them, like bad.
I don't know why y'all is coming here and think y'all can make sense.
You know, so the caller just said something, right, that reminded me of something, right? One time I was walking down Port Zante, and you know the women that pull the rope to let people pass?
Yeah.
So what?
Big
Big shoops.
Big shoops.
So
I just want to park me car in the booth.
you see how they always act like letting down the rope to let people walk past is such a big thing?
No, I don't want down there.
Oh, lucky for you. Or even when you drive.
And if I do, I walk to the parking lot.
But even when you drive, they act like doing their job is so hard. One day, I was walking down there, right? And the woman, she was holding up the rope, and we were passing, so we had to step over the rope. Behind us were some tourists. Guess what color the tourists were?
And she get up with the swiftness.
They were Asians.
No.
And she get up with the swiftness to help them, right? To drop the rope.
The rope. So I looked back and I was going to build, but me say nothing. Next thing now, she pulled back up the rope. Some guys were passing, some older guys, an older gentleman. She pulled back up the rope. The older gentleman fell over the rope. And she didn't even get up to make sure he was okay.
I hope this was taken to court.
It's your fault. You should abuse her.
No, then that's an abuser.
Oh, okay.
We have a call?
No.
We have our friend that's trying to call in. So as soon as we get her,
by the way,
touched in,
before we continue, we'd like to acknowledge one of our listeners who
Yes.
celebrated a birthday yesterday.
Two of them.
Yeah.
Two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Auntie Donna, Manchester.
Auntie Donna.
Yes, it was her birthday yesterday. She made
Happy
the
birthday.
golden 70.
Don't look at there over 50.
And Kevin's mommy as well.
Yes.
Who
My
made I
mother.
don't know what.
Happy birthday.
Mommy.
Me remember either.
Mommy.
Probably see something on there.
Yeah, come on.
But happy
It's
birthday.
a 23. They're like 23.
23.
Yeah, 23. 20. Happy birthday to Mom and Auntie Donna.
And I mentioned Donna yesterday and she answered me.
She didn't answer you. Again.
Well, if cousin answer,
we have a call.
Because she expected to come there in person.
Caller, good morning. Caller, good morning.
Good morning. I'm just wondering if you guys are serious that institutions, facilities, and so on do not have the right or even the responsibility to set and determine their own standards of dress for persons accessing the particular facility. Because if you're going to confine it to the hospital or to the other, what was the other one you referred to? Governmented quarters.
That's one.
As well.
Let's have a standard. But where else we're talking?
Going for your driver's test.
Oh, driver's test. Yes.
Going to governmented quarters, going to schools, going to any facility. I believe every and each institution has the right to set whatever dress code it wishes in order to allow entry for individuals.
Yes, we agree,
and I don't believe that once the restrictions or once the impositions do not transgress the constitutional rights of the individual, we have no say in terms of determining whether the institutions are right or wrong.
You're right. You're
all right.
You're right, and we agree holistically. What we have an issue with is the disparity between the standards set for women and men.
Yes,
in
that's the
St. Kitts and
primary
Nevis.
issue.
Not only that, there.
Because I can walk with the joint in pum pum shorts, but a girl can't.
I can walk with my knees exposed. I can walk with the flip flops on, my Birkenstocks. However, a woman who's wearing shoes that are probably nicer than mine, but because they're open-toed, are told to turn back around. Her shorts, which are probably longer than mine, because my shorts are quite short, are being told. Are being told to turn around and go back in. That's the problem we have with this. With
not
the,
only
with the
that,
standards.
not only the sexist thing, but also the issues of race and status.
Yep.
Issues of race and status. So even if you do imply these rules and standards,
it must be across the board.
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, because you have the right to do something, don't mean you should just do anything willy-nilly. Because you have the right to do so.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You understand where I'm coming from?
There must be some sort of reason.
Yeah, some sort of reason and logic to the decisions that you're making.
Mm-hmm. And not just but that's how we always were. So that's what it is.
Oh, it's impeding your constitutional right.
So it's not as simple as rights. It things must make sense. They should make sense.
And then the thing is as well,
they should be founded in logic.
With this clothing situation, we also need them to make sense. Like, there's no shoes, no service. No shirt, no shirt, no shoes, no service.
Yeah.
You can't go into a restaurant without a shirt. We're not trying to tell you that, do as you please, dress as you want. Of course, places should have standards for clothing, but however, they should make sense. What if I tell you that, to enter my establishment, my beach bar, you must wear
a tuxedo?
A tuxedo. Does that make much sense?
On the beach cooking.
Does that make much sense? And then, we also have to figure out how does these, the purpose for the clothing,
but
how does it impede service or anything
but this is
like
the thing,
that?
This is the thing, Kevin. It's not just, like that example you make, the counter-argument is, well, if people ain't want to wear the tuxedo to your bar, then you just go to business.
Yeah,
but places like JNF don't have the luxury of going out of business.
I was just going to say the same thing.
The
only places that have these draconian expectations of people's dress code are places that we have to go to.
We have to go to. It's like
restaurants ain't here.
Just play out in the parking lot and then you pum shot. What are you saying?
And that tells us that they're basically taking advantage.
And then another thing is, right, you can't just expect people to follow them kind of rules, especially with a hospital. You don't know what emergencies can happen.
And then
if I'm outside with my father and I have on a vest and a pants that is not below my knees and my father faints or falls down, what am I supposed to do? Go inside to change?
Yes.
Then take him to the hospital?
Yes. That makes sense, Jade. Time is not precious in this situation. Your knees are the issue.
Oh, you're right.
And then on top of that, the circumstances under people, what if someone's in the hospital, just gone into the hospital, I get a call when while I'm at home, and the person say, hey, I just, as I'm just get taken to the hospital, but I jump in my car and drive there. You can tell me, turn back to go home to change?
Exactly. Yo, our good friend from the police force, he just messaged me. He said, a man in a pum pum shorts is not the same as a woman in a pum pum shorts.
That's why it's allowed. He wears that thing.
And then, the primary argue of a lot of these things as well, which I have a major issue with, is the fact that we want to reinforce this no short shorts for women because, it's going to excite men. How about you tell the men to stop watching? How about you teach the men not to sexualize?
But it just can, be inappropriate.
How about you teach the men not to sexualize every person that's walking? And maybe if you stop telling women to dress in towels and sheets, you will normalize them looking the way they look every day.
In regular clothes. Because when I wear my pum shorts, the girls watch my bum too.
Yeah. You feel so.
We have a call, right?
So we have a call. So used.
We have a call. Caller, good morning. Caller.
Yes, good morning. Okay, yes, good morning.
Yes.
Jane gave the perfect example I was going to give. Because what if you're in town and you have an emergency and you have to run up to the hospital? Nobody knows the circumstance. And for me, a person who lives in the cold, right? Let me tell you, when it's summer, I'm so glad to give my toes some tears.
Let the legs out.
I'm so glad to let my totem get here that I'm always in flip-flops. So when I come to think it, I don't want to be, my foot to be tied up because let me tell you, I'm up here in winter and it's always socks and boots. And
you want your toes to breathe.
In F, I want my totem to breathe. So, I mean, as long as you're decent and clean, I think that's what they should more focus on. Instead of a lot of the little stupidness what they focus on. You have a good day.
Indeed. I think we were speaking about this a few weeks ago on one of the shows. How we're so stuck in terms of this European expectation of
the colonial gabs.
When we were in suits and St. Kitts. That's why like we have guns out them.
And then you walk
jack shot
every
day.
But then not just that, you see these people up and on in suit and tie and they collar soaked in sweat. You are hot.
That is one I like jackets.
We like them, but they're hot.
Yeah, wear them in the evenings when you're in AC.
Let me read something that's a good point from somebody. The person says, on the matter of dress code, I think it is unlawful. I think it is a law to enter a bar or store barefooted or indecently exposed. But the tourists entering stores import Zante and bikinis and sandals are accepted. But someone living here is turned back. So let's dive right into that.
It's what you look like.
So here's the thing: here we go. So let's use a restaurant for example. A beach bar. Let's just use a beach bar. So I come to the beach with my group of people, and I don't have on a shirt yet. My towel over my shoulder, my short beach pants on. Probably ain't got on no shoes. Leave them in the car. Person next to me, let's say Jade, bikini, the two-piece, shoes.
Normal Jade, I tell you.
We are then told we can't. We are then told we can't enter because we ain't wearing no shoes. We need to cover up this, and this. But when the taxi bus pull up and the tourists jump out and they wearing less than us, because they have no shame. They're confident.
Bikini,
and sunglasses. Speedos. All kind of things.
Speedos,
bikinis.
And the woman then with the hairy disgusting back.
Also. All sorts of body parts exposed and hanging out, and they can just walk straight through, and they're not told anything.
But not only that, they walk up Fourth Street dressed this way.
They walk up Fourth Street dressed the same way. They go into the bank dressed the same way because they're going to the bank to see if they can get some cash. They walk into establishments dressed this way, and they are told nothing.
If me and you do this, with pictures flying around on WhatsApp,
I'm not talking on a shot.
Yeah.
With the hairy back. I can just say, I'm on vacation.
Cleo, you're right to laugh. Cleo laughing. You're right to laugh because it's a joke. It is a big joke.
Even outside of that, what's interesting to me is the focus is. And that's like what we've been saying. Have some reason and some logic to these rules. Because in theory, I could go up the hospital in some dirty boots.
But your toes
covered. If I have my toes out in my brand new Gucci flip-flops, I don't own Gucci flip-flops. But if I did...
You should though.
Yeah, I heard they're very comfortable.
I heard so.
They are, but
I can't afford them.
But it's like, come on, where's the reason? Where's the reason to these things?
So I could come in a rip up in a dirty rip up and a dirty holy shirt, long dirty pants, and my boot covered in cement and dirt.
Sanitize your hands.
Covered, but sanitize your hands. But I come in my clean Gucci flip flops, my Prada pum pum shorts, and you whatever.
You're out of order.
Your top, because it's spaghetti straps, and you are told
you're dressed.
Get out. You are dressed like a harlot.
You're just like a whore. Go with place.
What is that? What is that?
Oh boy.
And then people just want to jump and say, "It's the law. It's the law. It's the law." Not because it's the law means it makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what we need to start thinking.
That's why we amend them.
Not because it's law means it makes sense. That is why laws are amended and edited and removed and all these things. But before we take a break, don't forget, wear proper clothing when you head up to JNF because you don't want to tantalize the medicine cabinet. We'll be right back.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
Got a sick phone or need to purchase an electronic device? Check out the Phone Doctor, the best in the business. We offer exclusive Samsung cell phones, headphones, Bluetooth speakers, cell phone screens, and more. located on Victoria Road opposite the gas station. Call us today at 1-869-763-8553. The Phone Doctor. Your satisfaction is our guarantee.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly.
You know, I've got to mess around with another man. Go down to shoe my lady. You know, I caught to mess around with another man. That ain't too cool. Hey, Joe, I said, I heard you shot your woman down. You shot her down now. Hey, Joe, I said, I heard you shot your woman down. You shot her down. Yes, I did. I shot her. You know, I thought I'd mess around town. Yes, I did. I shot her. You know, I thought I'd mess around town. I shot her.
Welcome back to Island Tea with your faves, Kevin and Amali. Yeah, we just views, so
I just in here bashing government institutions all morning. I don't like it.
What's the government alone?
I don't like it. Who else you bash? Wait, who else I bash?
Unity! You say are you?
Mostly Jade though.
Well, it's what went my yesterday, and I had a lot of...
Jade didn't plan enough for a private company, so she could say what she want on the radio. The rest of the trio sitting here, they really have government.
But just go up to the hospital and tell us turn back around for no reason.
Next Thursday, bring me grapes on my Bible.
Grapes on the Bible. Oh wow, yeah, crackers.
Must be nice, eh?
That's what life has come to.
What kind of crackers? Ritz? He has expensive crackers too.
Well, he's a man of quality and class. Anything else would be uncivilized.
Uncivilized.
You expect to be eating cricks inside there? Ugh.
Come on, Jade.
You waiting on them?
No, you're abusing Saleh, you're finished.
Okay.
So let me know when you finish.
We are finished.
Okay. One moment.
Oh boy. I don't know. I feel like
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I feel since our police friends are messaging abusing as well, I'll touch on them too. I feel our police uniform is outdated as well.
We an antique.
Why do we have
uniform?
What disgusting? Eh? And uniform looks horrible. What? Jade, I can't hear you.
Which uniform? Because we have 20.
The grey and the black one.
Okay.
Why are we having officers standing in the sun wearing grey and black?
It's hot.
That is inhumane.
No, but again, we spoke about this. These colors and things, they give off a certain vibe here. They give up a certain vibe, like yeah.
They don't feel very friendly.
They don't feel very welcoming and friendly.
Yeah. Oh, police should we like nice vibrant blue shirts with a nice gold badge.
Nothing. Who does wear that? It's Coast Guard. Coast Guard, right? Do they like blue
Navy
shirts?
blue. Well, Coast Guard, they wear like sky blue shirts, yeah.
Yeah, the sky blue, yeah.
Or royal blue. Not a royal. It's more like sky.
All them is
It's
blue
a
to
mixture of the two.
Yeah, you got blue and then you got navy blue, and that's it for me.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what I love to see though? Our police uniform with the white shirt with the black pants and the white stripe.
Oh,
it's gorgeous.
Yes.
It's gorgeous.
I feel like we could do white
Independence
shirt.
Independence Parade, like there's a bit some real disparities between some of the uniforms. Yeah.
I don't even know what the difference is though. Maybe you know our friend Cromwell can message us and let us know.
I already probably know the difference between two uniforms. The constables, they call them, the ones in the blue shirts
Ellen
with the
constables?
grey pants. Yes, those. The grey shirts with the whatever color pants it is.
That's just regular police.
Yes, and then
That's our police actually.
And then SSU.
Mm.
Those are the only the other ones. I don't know.
The other ones are fairly straightforward. There's the olive green.
The
olive green, which are inspectors and whoever,
And
and
then
then
the
there's
ugly
a kind
brown.
of khaki one,
Yeah, that ugly
which is
brown.
I think the higher ones like the ACPs and the commissioner.
Oh,
But the commissioner also wears black. The ACPs also wear black too. They got the black.
Yeah.
The black uniform with the thing over it.
I think some of them are ceremonial garb, but I don't know. It's.
But I want to know what the purpose of the white one be.
Oh.
Because I see officers in the white one outside the ceremonial things like, I don't know. I know for ceremonial purposes they wear them like regularly, like I don't know. But the white shop it's dashing.
Yeah, it look good.
It's sexy.
Look good for sure.
It's
I want
sexy.
one.
What?
Okay, what?
Oh.
Let's read some articles.
You still need more time?
No, I'm reading comments. Someone is saying, "Come to the state." The YouTube comments, not the YouTube. The Facebook comments is very small.
Where are your glasses, sir?
They're in.
And you still got the screen?
I'm gonna show you so you can see what I see.
On-
They're
on-
quite
on-
tiny.
Me see nothing.
Compared to the YouTube comments, YouTube is very large and fairly readable. Facebook is like.
Where do you read them, deal?
Well, while y'all try to figure out if y'all can see or not, y'all see how close the U.S. presidential election
Told
is.
you guys it's gonna be.
It's close again?
Well, Joe winning. I mean, Joe leading. Let me say now because
leading
anything
at
can
the
happen. But he leading.
Joe is one more state away from winning.
I'm still on. I
And
told you guys Joe Biden.
I am shocked
What are you shocked about?
that he actually winning.
You don't listen to me, Jade. If you listen to me, then you wouldn't be shocked.
Listen to the Lord, girl.
It's true. I should.
How many college votes do they have respectively?
Let me tell you. So right now, Biden has 264 electoral votes, and
But he need
Trump has
265?
No, 270.
270.
Which is
One more state.
any of the available states will give him the 270.
Yeah, he got win one
and
more
then
state.
Trump has 214.
14? How is it close?
It's close because there are 5 of states that have not been
Because-
called as yet.
yeah.
And Trump is leading in 4 of those 5 states.
Right.
Oh, damn.
So
yeah, and those are traditionally
red states.
Yeah, but they're basically almost all of these states and minus Alaska, because Alaska is
Red?
pretty Republican.
Yeah.
But the other 3,
It's like 49.8
Yeah,
versus
I could give you some of the
49.3,
stats right
and
now.
I'm kinda-
So Pennsylvania, which is one of the available.
So you could
one
still
of the-
pull Joe?
Yeah,
If God love him?
both of them. So let me give you the
I don't know.
updated. So for Pennsylvania, which
One
is one of the available states, one of the open states that has not declared a winner as yet. Pennsylvania, Trump has 50.7% of the votes. Currently, Biden has 48.1, and they're at 98% reporting, which means that's how many votes they have already gone through. So there's 10%, 11% of the votes still left to go through. Very narrow. Then you have South Carolina, which is still undeclared, but Trump leading. And the margin for that is Trump is at 50.1%, Biden is at 48.7%. That is at 94% reporting, so we're not sure. Trump will probably pull through and keep that one. Georgia, however, is at 49.6%, Trump 49.2% for Biden. So
And they had 90 how much?
They're at 98% reporting.
Yeah, that could flip either way, boy.
That can
In an hour.
literally
That's what I'm
flip.
telling you.
That one can flip in any direction. And then there's Nevada.
Say
which
if that
is-
one state flips to Biden and Biden gone with it.
Yeah, but Biden
Any
has,
one of them.
But any one of them. But if Biden is currently leading for Nevada and Biden has 49.3 and Trump has 48.7.
But
And
what's
if he
going on-
keeps that, he wins.
But not only that, the thing about it is this, that a lot of the votes that are being counted now
I know, the absentee
are the
ballots, the
absentee
mail-ins.
mail-in ballots and such, and the Democrats have been winning about 78% of those votes.
Yeah, because what happened is Trump told all of his supporters not to utilize mail-in votes, go and vote in person. However, the Democrats utilize that system. So now that
Who advised him to say that?
no,
Because he
who
was
advised him to say anything.
Hold on. He was actually
He was trying
fighting
to
against
sabotage the
trying to
mail-in
sabotage the thing. Remember they had
system.
all they fired the head of the post office. Like it was crazy.
And replace it with his friend.
Remember,
And
you think that the panning is not actually happening still?
so remember, he was
outside?
sabotaging the mail-in system, but he was essentially letting the Democrats utilize it so they could be sabotaged, and it's not
And
working.
bite him in the ass?
So now that
Arse?
all of the mail-in votes are being counted and the majority of them are going to the Democrats, he is now filing many injunctions and suits against the states to stop counting votes.
Watch it. This thing is so. That's what makes this interesting to me. Right? The flip flop. I actually wrote it down last night about some of the flipping that I was seeing going on, because I just found it to be so interesting. So I went back and started looking at different articles. So over the last 24 hours, we've had the Trump campaign been calling for a few things. They've been calling for a stop of the count. They've been calling, in some states, they've been calling for some recounts. And they've also been calling for a continuation of the count. Now, anyone looking at the situation could understand that, hey, this doesn't seem to be a very democratic, type of behavior, right? So, in Pennsylvania, they were calling for the stop of the count. They were winning. In Wisconsin, they actually lost Wisconsin, so they called for a recount.
Mm-hmm.
In Nevada, they were losing, so they say, hey, keep counting. Like, this is all real things here. Like, this is real, statements from the campaign. Eh?
Yeah, he's only filing for injunctions in places he's not winning.
Michigan, we winning, so stop the count. Right? Oh, and then they lost, so now they want to recount.
Now they want to recount.
Because Michigan flipped. No, I went on this and was looking around because I was trying to see, what could actually stop the count. I was saying, this is something that they could do, because this seems very undemocratic in this so-called birthplace of democracy, right? That you could literally just stop the count. And there was nothing really in place to stop the count. There's something to put forward a recount. There's something to say, well, I don't like the way these ballots were counted, right? So there's there's mechanisms for that. So now I went and listened to Rudy Giuliani speaking about why they needed to stop the count. In which one is still being counted? Which one are you calling for the stop counting right now?
All that he calling for stop in Pennsylvania.
No, it wasn't Pennsylvania.
No, wait, he's calling for a stop in Nevada. I think it's
Nevada.
Yeah,
Nevada, right?
Mhm.
So, the injunction states that they didn't have meaningful access to the ballots.
Yep.
So I'm saying, hold on. So it's not that they didn't have access. So they didn't have meaningful access. So that one word there, kind of trigger me. Something is already there. You had access, but now
It
you
wasn't
think
meaningful.
You need. So what is meaningful access? Rudy Giuliani cleared it up for us.
And then
Rudy Giuliani literally said they weren't allowed to have binoculars.
And then what's happening now? What's happening now is everyone knows. So everyone knows that Donald Trump.
You can't make this up, man. You can't make it up.
Because you see what I'm from you.
There must be looking at the thing from the bleachers.
Everyone knows that Donald Trump's favorite platform is Twitter. He goes off on rants there. What's been happening lately is that Twitter has essentially been blocking his tweets and censoring them and saying, if you go to view his tweets, it's now saying some of all of the contents shared in this tweet is disputed and might be misleading about an election or other civic processes. And they're blocking tweets where he's saying,
I like how they say he lie.
This
I
is
like
one
how they say he lie.
exactly.
I
Twitter
like
has to be blocking the president. Imagine Twitter has to block the president of the United States tweets because he's saying false information. And one of the
About
blocked
an election.
One of the blocked tweets, and when it's blocked, I've never seen this function happen before. But it's blocked, meaning it can't be. You can't comment under it. You can't like it. You can't do anything. You can't share it. You can't do anything with it. The only thing you could do is like quote it.
Because screenshot it.
You could screenshot it.
Yeah.
But then they're saying one of the blocked ones are saying we are up big, but they're still trying to steal the elections. We will never let them do it. Votes cannot be cast after the polls are closed. And then another blocked one is last night I was leading, often solidly, in many key states. In almost all instances, Democrats run and controlled. Then, one by one, they started magically disappearing as surprise ballots dumps were being counted. Very strange.
How the surprise ballots?
And the pollsters got it completely and historically wrong. So I don't know how this works. I might be an idiot to say this, but when 1 + 1 = 2, does that not mean the number is increased? Like counting votes means that things can change, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not only that, we knew what was going to happen. We knew that we were going to see a Democratic surge because of what we just discussed, the mail-in ballots, the early voting system, right? So those votes are being counted now, and so that's what we're seeing. Like, I don't understand what he's saying, but it got so far.
I'm trying to understand what he's saying.
No, but it got so far, Amali. Like, he literally declared victory on election night. He's a premature declarer.
And this is what Bernie Sanders talked about. Bernie Sanders said what's going to happen is the votes are going to be, the in-person votes are going to happen. And then when the mail-in votes are going to start being counted, he's going to jump up and say it's fraudulent. It's, interfering with elections.
He said he was going to do it.
And Bernie Sanders said this is going to happen, and now it's happening, and then Trump's family as well, his sons have been declaring they won states and this, and then they're saying, the numbers are changing, we're losing the states, voter fraud. And it's like, no, there's just mail-in votes.
Like,
but
they do realize when you
I run in tally. Yeah, I run in tally, yeah. Yeah, things
that's
change.
how counting works. I don't. Tell me what?
They must say it's proud up there within the election.
Actually, it's Eagle.
Oh, it's Eagle.
Eagle. Eagle, actually.
Change your name to Eagle?
Eagle is actually running the election. But you know what's sad though? The sadness is now you have all these Trump protesters going to the polls trying to intimidate the count. So I've been watching like the videos of like people going to the polling stations and like cussing and going on about stop the count, they chanting stop the count and all these things. We've had clashes between anti-Trump, pro-Trump supporters in Manhattan last night. I think there was like 28 persons arrested in one instance. And we said this, it will be chaos if Trump don't win here. Hey. Oh boy.
That's why I like living in the tropics.
Mm.
We can just sit back and
living in the West Indies.
The West Indies. I'm pleased
to be chilling.
I'm pleased to be here. It's good to be here.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm hoping that at the end of it, that there's no serious incidents.
You're wasting your hopes.
Oh, sorry.
I think you should reserve those for more important things. Like the health of your family and your children, and prosperity, etc.
You may be right. So
don't be wasting hopes like that. Don't play with God like that. Don't do that. It's time for a break again.
Let me see. Because this whole election thing just got everybody like in a hot mess. But again, there's 5 states open. Trump is currently leading in 4. 1 is currently in Biden's favor. Biden is 1 state away from winning. If Trump manages to obtain all 5, he will win.
So let's hope he does.
We'll see how this go. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. but we'll take a very short break.
That's funny, why?
Yeah, that's my favorite thing. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And we'll take a very, very short break, and we'll come back with more Island Tea. We'll be right back.
different. We're 98.9. 98.9 Win FM.
The symptoms of the coronavirus are similar to those of the common flu or cold, which are consistent coughing and sneezing, fever that does not go away, and difficulty breathing. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, it is advisable to stay at home until you recover, or if you want to go to your doctor, call first and tell your doctor of your symptoms, any recent travel or contact with travelers. And lastly, please avoid spitting in public. Recent cases have shown that people most likely to be at risk if they contract the virus are persons over age 60 and persons that have an underlying medical condition such as hypertension, diabetes, kidney disease, or a respiratory condition. It is advisable to avoid large crowds or other places where you might have to come in contact with people who are showing signs of the coronavirus. This is a message from the Ministry of Health and the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA.
Every day, your immune system is compromised. You use up vitamin C quickly and even faster with stress and cold. Burst back into life with Halib Orange. Burst back into health with 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, as much as in 12 oranges. Each effervescent tablet is bursting with fresh fruit flavor, sparkling orange, lemon, and sugar-free blackcurrant. Also suitable for diabetics. Health never tasted so good. Halib Orange, bursting with flavor, bursting with health. Immune system is compromised. You use up vitamin C quickly and even faster with stress and cold. Vitamin C, as much as in 12.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9 Win FM.
He can move mountains.
Church Calling, the radio voice of the St. Kitts Christian Council. Sundays from 7 to 8 p.m. on Win FM. Listen to recommendations for your physical, spiritual, and mental health. Call in and ask your questions or make your suggestions. It's our ministry, so let's participate. Church Calling, Sundays 7 to 8 p.m. Win FM 98.9, winfm.com.
Keep me in the valley.
Keep me in the valley.
Hide me from the rain.
Did you know that National Bank offers very favorable terms and low interest rate to switch your home mortgage? Our in-house legal department will process your mortgage in a jiffy and free of cost. Switch your home mortgage now and get a peace of mind knowing that we are here for you. National Bank, always here.
Every time I sing this song, I sing for my Georgia. Oh, Georgia. Get it home, they through. This old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Oh, Georgia, yeah. Oh, Georgia. And the song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pine. Other arms reach out to me. Yeah. Other eyes smile tenderly. Yeah. Still hidden peaceful dreams I see. Oh, I know the wrong. Oh, indeed, back to you. Hey, Georgia, yeah. Oh, Georgia. No, peace I find. It's this old sweet song. It keeps Georgia on my mind. Let me say, other arms reach out to me.
Hey, can you hear me?
Other eyes.
And we are back. Welcome back to Island Tea with your faves, Kevin and Amali. And we are jumping into Eat Local. Eat Local. With Via Music. Welcome.
Hey man, what's up?
I'm good. How are you?
Cool, man. Just looking forward to this interview.
Well,
what's up, Radio Land? Everybody tuning in.
Yes. So we like to start off the interviews with you telling us, giving you the chance to tell us a little bit about who you are and what it is you do.
All right. Well, my name is Via. Grew up in Sandy Point, St. Kitts, of course.
Hub.
Music, as far as music goes, I've been singing for a while. Just like, I guess, underground, if you want to call it that. Just doing my own thing. I remember the first time I actually even got a taste of what the studio might be like. That was back then. It was Manny, Manny. And they might had a little studio vibe, by his house at the time, and you were just messing around, and they always encouraged me, man, you should stick with it, you should give it a try. But sometimes, to be honest, like sometimes, confidence and these things, you're thinking, man, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. But I've been living in Anguilla now for the past 5 years, and I kind of just put that in the forefront, wanting to pursue music as a career, So this is just the first of many more to come.
Okay, good. So, you mentioned a little bit about, where you started and, little stuff back then. Let's go more into that. So tell us how, really, where this the music push, when that kicked in and you really wanted to get it going.
Well, you could say more like I moved in 2015, and probably maybe a year or two before that I started experimenting with certain beats and vocal, what I could do vocally, and coming here, getting somewhat of an exposure, like we sing at hotels and restaurants and them kind of things, and it's like singing covers all the time, so it's like people could get accustomed to you singing the covers because you would only sing the hits, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I decided to challenge myself and write my own hits, if you want to call it that. And
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man.
But Via, when you were before you left to migrate to Anguilla, were you performing at all here in St. Kitts, or were you just kind of you just like music, you sing to yourself, your friends? How was it before you decided to make the jump into actually becoming who we know see you're pushing towards coming?
Well, actually, no, I was mostly just hanging around Nelto, them, Nelto, Carl, them guys. These are some of my musician friends.
Mm-hmm.
They would always encourage me to, give it a try. But guessing, it just, I really can't tell you what happened there, but I didn't pay much attention to it.
Yeah,
No.
I remember seeing you around, back here, and then when I got to then one time we was in Anguilla and I came somewhere. I think it might have been
Davida.
yeah, David, yeah, and saw you singing. I was like, wait, that partner from Sunny Point.
Yeah.
So it was like, when this happened, and you were absolutely killing it. What's been the reception for you, making this jump into becoming a performer? What's the reception been like?
Well, for most people, they gravitate towards it. I was really surprised, to be honest, because I mean, not to say I ain't sound good or not like that, but it's just you would expect more. Like, people wouldn't know you at first. Okay, me moving here and everything, and of course, St. Kitts has always been a strong support. I had do a song there some years ago called "Country's Prayer." I don't know if I ever
Yeah.
if you ever heard before, but that was built in the studio. Like, it wasn't a live instruments or anything, but the reception was good from there. And I for those of you who might not know, I grew up in the church, and that kind of, some people might not approve and some people might approve. But I mean, you reach to the point where you just got to make your own decisions, and this is the route that I'm taking now, and you can see where it goes.
Well, I have all faith that you have the talent and the skills it takes to be successful, like in this, because like I've heard you sing, I've seen you perform. As a matter of fact, I would have been watching when you did your single launch. Tell us how that came together, because I think that was such an amazing production. I really want to just ask you where the places I could rent tonight when I come Anguilla.
Right, it is crazy, to be honest, because what I had in my mind before the launch was nothing close to that, I just wanted something a little simple, because I consider myself to be a simple person, but teamed up with Gaff. I know Azim, you know Gaff for sure, and Pink Marco, Ricky L, and I have a manager, Ivan, and these guys just put the brains together and come up with everything that you saw there. It was because of their vision, and that's what happened. It was pure magic, man.
The video still up on your Facebook page, right?
Yeah, for sure. Telling the public, check out the Veer Music, VEREMUSIQ Facebook page, Instagram. You'd find the live feed there, and the music video as well is on YouTube, and the song is on all music platforms. You can stream, download, show some support.
Yeah, I think he's being humble. Like I looked at the live launch, right? And it was him and his band, the live band. They were set in the around the pool at a villa, like one of the sexiest villas that I've ever seen.
Kandara Villa. Yeah, that's the name. Kandara Villa.
Yeah, man, big them up, because the setting was done so well, the lighting, everything, and of course the music. He did a full set, including the new single. But it was a really good production. I was really proud. Like, I remember I was sharing it all on my page, like, yo, this panel from St. Kitts, like, I sleeping.
I had to make sure I had to put on a St. Kitts tag, you know what I mean?
All right, so we're gonna play the song for everyone to hear it, because we have to. So, introduce the song for us, tell us about it, and we jump straight into playing it for you.
All right, so quick rundown. The track is called Wherever You Are. It was the music, all music was live recorded, I think except the drums. But you had these guys, you get familiar with the names, Wade Johnson, Ron Matheson, Shalita Lewis did backup vocals.
Oh, Shalita sings.
Yeah. So it was mastered, mixed and mastered by Greg Morris and Chris Athens. You had guys like Monty. I don't know if you know Monty. All these guys are Jamaican.
Guitars for C Sharp.
Yeah, C Sharp Monty. Yeah,
Oh.
he plays for Protege. So
Mad.
these guys just like in a sense, I would you could say take me under the wing, but they show mad support. They show mad support, and everything came out in the music. So it's Wherever You Are by Via Music, debut single. Check it out, love it up.
All right, we'll jump into it.
Lately I've been wondering, could this be what I've been missing? You came into my world and I can't just let you walk away. So I follow the stars right to your heart, 'cause I can't fight this feeling. And I kiss every scar, just show me how far. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'll find you wherever you are. I'll find you wherever you are. I'll find you wherever you are. Style and grace, you know you've got it. Oh girl, what a thing. Better find your loving, so sweet and genuine. My lips on your neck, every time we caress. I've tried, but I could never forget. Oh baby, I follow the stars right to your heart, 'cause I can't fight this feeling. It's a real thing, and I kiss every scar. Just show me how far. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'll find you wherever you are. Got to find you. It's been way too long. Got to find you. Just hold on till I get there. I'll know when I've reached my destination. Out here in this galaxy. Show me how far. And I'll find you wherever you are. 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 Got to find you. It's been way too long. I've got to find you. Just hold on till I get there. Just hold on till I get there. I'll find you wherever you are.
All right. Man, I love this song. It just sounds so local, like, you know, that Caribbean sound.
Man, and the vocal, like the whole thing. Big up Ron one time. Ron is my partner. I'm going to message him right now. Say, yo.
Yeah.
But Via, like this is an amazing song. I think this is a song that appeals to people no matter wherever you are, right? So I'm really hoping that this song could take you further, and I'm already excited for whatever you have upcoming next.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Hey man, thanks a lot. Actually been working right after that, right after the song was aired. It started kicking on the next one. So I mean, I've been waiting for a while. I've been fine tuning and everything, and just bringing some songs forward to the public now. You know, is a COVID,
Yeah, definitely. Kevin, so while the song was playing, Jade over here, but Miami, he could sing for real, man.
Jade didn't.
Like, he could sing. Like,
yeah, man. He not that it shocked me, right? But I was listening to him sing all the time. But like, you know, sometimes you're listening and your mind on a delay.
Yeah, clearly.
But then he just hit me and I'm like, damn.
Hold on.
But yeah, I like it. I loved it.
Yeah, Jade, we were just saying Jade didn't know you could sing like that. So.
Oh. Yeah.
But you know.
See, when I was in singing, so I guess I was focusing a lot more on sports, and singing was like a second.
Yeah.
Maybe secondary thing for me.
Right. Well, you know, we got a few more minutes before we wrap it up. You know, you want to tell us any last words? You know, anything any updates we need to know?
Well, yeah. I mean, I know the first track was a reggae track, but as an upcoming artist, I really don't want to like box myself into a specific genre.
Mm-hmm.
So expect some out of the box music coming from me in the near future. I like to think outside of the box. I like to challenge myself and just bring out the best each and every time we hit the studio. So once again, sorry, I didn't let you know the vocals.
Mm-hmm.
We track the vocals at Anguilla Music Academy.
Big up Darius.
You don't know about last year with Darius James, Omar Tomlinson. Yeah, these guys are real professionals. So it's just the beginning of what I think would be an interesting journey. So once again, thanks for Island T for having me. Appreciate it.
Of course, man. Of course.
Yeah. So when the next single come out, make sure you hit us up.
Of course.
And we'll link with you again.
We got to put you on blast.
Yeah, man.
And just before you go as well, make sure that the people know how they could contact you, see what you have going on.
Mm-hmm.
What's your YouTube, Instagram, all of that stuff.
YouTube,
just one more time.
Instagram pages. Tell us the platforms your music on too.
Well, when it comes to social media, it's Via Music all around. Facebook, Instagram.
And it's music with a Q at the end,
YouTube,
right?
Music with a Q instead of a C,
Mm-hmm.
right? Platforms, it's on every single platform that you could find. Tidal, iTunes, every music platform you could find. Spotify, you could stream, download. I'm sure once you put wherever you are Via Music, you definitely see my song on there. So
awesome, man. It was a pleasure having you. You know, don't forget to go stream the song wherever you are from Via Music. I already added it to my phone, so you know, if you ain't listening already, you're late. So add it now and play it. Great song, loved it. Thank you for joining us, and again, we look forward to hearing more updates from you when you're dropping more singles. So that was your umpteenth +1 episode of Island Tea with your faves, Kevin and Amali, and we are going home because we want to go home.
Yeah, it's that time of day. But thanks to everybody who listens. And the show would be nothing without you guys. Make sure to check us out on Win Media, on Facebook, YouTube. Again, go back, look at the old episodes, check out the clips. Really appreciate the people that come up to us and tell us how much they enjoy the show, even give us critiques on ways that they think we could improve. Like, it's really important to us that you you really look at the show and support us in that way.
And we want you to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So we like that you enjoy it. So
Kevin, stop shoops in.
No.
Some things are just unreasonable.
That's unreasonable. Don't ask me to stop shoopsing. It's not happening. Shoopsing is a part of my culture, and my culture I will forever uphold.
Amen and amen and amen.
And we will also not stop using dialect. So.
And we'll also not stop saying the word whore.
Okay, that's where I draw the line. So, okay then.
Oh boy. Anyway, this was your teens plus one. Yo, Jetu the ain't gonna get us a count.
No, he don't count first. He ain't counting again.
Jetu the I humbly, I'm gonna use church words. I humbly beseech you.
He didn't say that, but.
Oh, you're just speaking on his behalf.
Yeah, but assuming that he counted first already,
today,
he probably not gonna count first.
We would like you to give us another count, the final count,
so we could keep track of.
So Jay can start putting them at the top of the document, episode 48. So you can know what's happening. So that was your umpteen plus one episode of Island Tea with your faves, Kevin and Amali, with your guest via music.
Good stuff.
Sorry, excuse me. And with your favorite segment, what grinds your gears.
Jet did he say beg?
He said beg?
He said beg, sir.
I don't do that. I ask once. Anything after that is embarrassment. So you can do it out of the kindness of your heart, or you can, as Dougie said, go and bag your face.
Anyway, let's go home.
We leaving.
You can't have everybody a cup of tea. Use not a mug.
Lord, man, do it properly, Kevin.
Okay.
And don't